Okay, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to look at how do we expand something using Pascal's triangle when there isn't just x and y in your thing, right? What if you have a 3x here, and what if you have like a -2 here? Like how do we do it when it's not just x and y? Okay. Well, the process is very similar. It's just that you kind of want to think of in your regular problem, you just had x and y. So you want to think of this as being your x, right? 3x is now your x, and then -2 is your y in this problem, right? When you're doing 3x plus -2, right, that's the same thing as 3x minus 2. Okay, so you're kind of thinking of this as your x, right, like we were doing before, and this as your y. Okay, so you're just replacing that in our formula that we had, right? Which Pascal's formula, or Pascal's triangle, tells me that when I do x plus y to the 4th power, what do I get? Well, I go along this row and it's like x to the 4th, right? And then I decrease the power on the x, so x cubed y, right? And I keep going, right? So in this case, this 3x takes the place of x, and this -2 takes the place of y. So I do the same thing, I just plug in these for x and y. Okay, so let's do that. So we look at our 4th row because we're doing a 4th power, so when n equals 4, which is right here on the triangle, right? So I'm going to have the first thing in there to the 4th power. So I'm going to have this equals 3x to the 4th power, right? Because 3x has taken the place of x now. Okay? Then we're going to do plus. Well, we've got 4 of these guys, and we decrease the power on the first thing. So we do 3x cubed, and then times the other thing raised to a higher power, -2 raised to the 1 power, right? I'm just replacing in the original type of problem, I'm just replacing x with 3x and y with -2. Okay? And then we keep going. We've got 6 times, well, we decrease the power on this guy, so 3x squared, and then times -2 raised to 1 higher power, okay? Plus, we have 4 is the next thing in Pascal's triangle, times 3x. Now to the 1 power, we decrease the power on that x, and then times -2 to the 3 power. We keep increasing the power on -2. Okay. Then lastly, we've got a 1 here, so 1 times, well, we get rid of this, right? Because there's just 1 power of this. So it's 1 times -2 to the 4th power. Okay, so I was literally using the same formula that we had for x plus y to the 4th. It's just I'm replacing x in it with 3x and y with -2. Okay, and now we could simplify this a little bit. So I'm going to maybe move my Pascal's triangle because I'm not really going to need it right now anymore, because we're basically done. We just got to simplify. So let's look at another example here. Or sorry, let's look at simplifying this down. So 3x to the 4th, I can distribute the fourth power in, right? So it would be 3 to the fourth power times x to the fourth power. So what is 3 raised to the fourth power? Let's throw that in the calculator. It looks like it's 81. So we've got 81 x to the fourth power, right? We're just bringing in that fourth power on both pieces, okay? Now we've got 3, we'll bring in the third power on the 3. Maybe I'll show a few more steps here. We've got 4 times, this is going to be 3 cubed, and then x cubed, but we're also going to have this times -2 here, and the x cubed, right? I just kind of rearranged the order and distributed in the 3 on both powers, okay? So to simplify this further, I would just throw all of that in the calculator to figure out what number would go there, okay? Plus 6 times, we distribute in our square on both things there. So when I square 3, I get 9. Okay, and we're going to get an x squared, but we're also going to get a -2 squared, which is going to be 4. And then we still got that x squared there. Okay, I'm just combining all the numbers to be together so that they're all nice there. Okay. Now we've got our next term here. The one we're working on now is this guy. Okay. So we've got 4 times 3 just to the 1 power, right? So that will just stay the same. And then we've got -2 cubed. When you cube -2, you get -8 times x, right? We've got 1x there, okay? And then -2 to the 4th, I think, is 16, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's 16. Okay, so that's just 16. Okay, so now let's just do our final simplification here. This is 81x to the 4th plus 4 times 3 cubed. Okay, and then times -2 is -216, so just do minus 216 x cubed. Okay, and then we're gonna do 6 times 9 times 4 is plus 216 x squared. Then we've got 4 times 3 times -8 is minus 96x, and then plus 16. Okay, so that would be my answer for this one here. Okay, so essentially the process is the same when you've got not just x's and y's here, you have other things, okay? You just will replace those in your other one. You'll replace x and y in your basic one with what is in its place. So you replace x with 3x and y with -2, and you do the same thing out. And then you simplify to get your final answer. So hopefully that helps with that. Go ahead and try those homework problems. And in the next video, we're going to talk about the binomial theorem, which is just kind of a fancy name for this same result, essentially. Okay, so I will see you there.